So today I was having a very interesting conversation with a very inquisitive Christian. And I liked a question that they asked. Now, it wasn't a conversation that got out of pocket at any moment, nor was it disrespectful. It was actually very educational on his part. He asked me, what is the point in giving the spirits, food if they can't literally eat it? And what is the point in giving food and asking for something when you should just go out and apply, for example, a job? And he asked me, why give the spirits, food and ask for a job when you can just get up and go apply? He asked me, and he was being very serious. Now, since he was willing to learn, I'm going to say this now. There is no such thing as a dumb question to me when you are willing to learn. There is such thing as a dumb question when you are closed-minded, and no matter what the answer, you still want to be closed-minded. So I'm going to respond to you all in case you guys wanted to know. There's two answers to that question. First, I'm going to target, why we ask for something and give something instead of just going to apply. Every business has failed when the business gives low quantity at a steep price and very poor service. However, businesses that thrive have always given more quantity at better quality with amazing service. That is what makes a good restaurant from a great restaurant. And they give low prices. Think about that. Another example. When you give a lot to a stranger, that stranger is quicker to remember who you are, because first impressions last a lifetime. Similarly, often people who give their all in life get what they gave their all to. And I'm not talking in relationships, because in relationships you could give your all, but what you expected, and that individual may disappoint you, but this is not about relationships. This is about in life. When you give your all in something, you achieve success. Another example, one final one. In the spirit world, when you give your all, even when it's the last thing you have, everything you sacrifice becomes multiplied. And that's where I'm getting at. We must understand that in America, we live a very privileged life. Even for voodoo, we live a very privileged life. That on the islands, people that practice don't have the privileges that we do. On the islands, having a job and getting a job is scarce. But still, they give their all. Even when they have a job, they give their all. And that's why they're kept at work. They give their all with everything they do. That is why they thrive. That is why they survived this long without no one's help. And I'm thinking about Haitians as I speak this. I'm thinking about anyone on the Caribbean islands that has thrived on working their asses off, giving their best. On the altar, the reason why we give is because that may be the last thing we have. And we are sacrificing it because we want the universe to know that we are willing to give anything to get what we want. And I don't know about you, but that food could be eaten, but you're sacrificing it for something you want. I don't remember the chapter or the book in the Bible, but somebody was about to sacrifice their only son to God. And because of that, God multiplied all of their wishes. Job, actually, let's talk about Job. Job sacrificed everything, even doubted God. But because he had faith in God, God multiplied his agriculture, he multiplied his livestock, he multiplied his entire livelihood. It's just like that in voodoo. But if you want to talk about the science of the mysteries and the science of why we get food, I'll tell you. The reason why we get food is because that food is still a living organism. That food is still energy. When that food is given you are giving it to the spirit world. That spirit now takes the energy of that, and that's alchemy. Because when they take the energy, they transform the energy you give into the energy you want. Thus, it manifests into jobs, work, money, transformation, all of these things. But I'm gonna tell you this now. The Loa and the Orishas only listen to their children. They listen to those that have them in their blood. I'm just saying. Meaning, if you've tried, doesn't work with you, it's probably because you have not actually met the mysteries. You have not actually, studied or gone into it deeper with them. You have to be introduced to these things. You have to know people. You can't do these things alone.